Welcome to episode 5 of the EweKnitty podcast. My name is Kelly and this is Jane, and we are two UK designers sharing our love for all things yarn related, as well as a glimpse into our lives, the highs, the lows and the laughs. Here at EweKnitty, we aim to make our space welcoming to all, so please make some friends in the comments below. Grab a cuppa and join our flock. I completely lost that then. Oh, you can find us on the Facebook page, which is EweKnitty Podcast, and also over on Instagram as EweKnitty Podcast, which we will drop below in the description box. So, Jane, what's on your needles? Anything special?
I
should probably say before we start,
I think
that I have a kitten. She keeps attacking my wires. That's what made me jump. Oh, that's hanging down a bit low. Hang on a minute.
It is a really, really pretty kitten.
Yes, but she's just a menace to society. Right. There we go. I should be safe now.
Are you sure?
So, your needles.
I could just see things starting to go.
Oh, now the dog's barking. Oh, it's all going to pot loss. For God's sake.
So, Kelly, sense of calm after the kitten, the dog, the human, that just decided they wanted to be part of the podcast. And just before recording, I was saying how we've got fighter jets flying over the house today.
It's not the day, is it?
Someone's trying to tell us something.
My God, everything's going to pot. Everything's falling over.
It's a little bit like Top Gun here today. They're just flying over, but there is no sexy guys, and if they keep making a noise,
that's not good, is it?
I will have lost that loving feeling. Reference for the
Oh, you're not feeling the need for speed.
What was it you say about your kitten wakes up and chooses violence?
She wakes up and chooses violence. She does. She's doing it now. She keeps attacking my wires. I can't do anything about my computer wire. She keeps pulling on it. If I could suddenly keep going like this, it's not me, it's my table. She's running into it and things. She will calm down in a bit. She's currently chewing the bottom of the chair, so...
Real life. It's real life.
Choose your battles. Yeah, exactly.
And you're missing a ball band, so we suspect also that said kitten has made off with that.
Yes, definitely. It's a good job I don't need it. Honestly. I'm going to have to start really, really locking up my stuff that I actually need. I caught her the other day chewing on my pair of needles and I was like, no! I had that happen before and the needle cable was completely destroyed right across. Because it was just and I couldn't get the wool across it because it was just catching on all the teeth marks. So I don't want that to happen again. So I'm removing everything from her reach. The job. Hills of yarn feeds, see?
Exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yes. Which we will announce later. We do have a winner.
We will. We'll insert a drum roll for said winner.
Right.
So what's on my needles?
What's on your needles?
Project, which I can't talk about. So that's the last one of those. And then I think life will start to feel a little bit calmer.
Yeah. It's been very stressful.
Yeah. I've enjoyed the work, but it has been a bit full on. If you know what I mean. I find that's always the case when I first work with someone new. You've got to gauge their expectations, and there's that constant doubt that,
what if I'm not good enough? Yep, 100%. Isn't it horrible? We're all the same.
You still feel like you've got something to prove because you've not worked with them before.
Even if they've approached you and asked you to do the work, you're still like, oh my God, I've got to get this perfect. It's got to be spot on and no mistakes, not even a spelling mistake, not even a full stop missing out of that pattern. It's got to be absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally feel you.
And you also don't know what to expect from when they receive it. Some companies that I've worked for, not one of the magazines, however, I'm trying to choose my words really carefully. They will want to make changes after they've received the sample.
I haven't had that.
Have you not? Yeah,
no.
I've spoken to a number of designers who've said they won't work with certain publishers because they will
agree. Have to spill the tea with me later.
they will agree on a project, how they want it done. You will send photos, and then you'll get could you just move that bow slightly to the left? How it's all sewn in. Oh, I'd like those stripes a little bit wider.
After you've done it all.
After you've done it, and they are expecting you to rip back, redo. Yeah, that can get a bit. You've been lucky if you've not been on the receiving end.
No, I haven't. Oh, wow. I've only really worked for magazines, so not really publishers like that.
Yeah.
So
that's frustrating.
I think they're all at such a tight deadline anyway that they might think it when it comes, but they can't really get you to do it because they haven't got the time, sort of thing. So I think that's maybe why, because publishers can keep extending and extending, can't they?
Yeah.
They're not under any, like, they've got to get the book out now. It's like, yeah.
Oh, we've got all the patterns in now. We've decided actually we want to change the style of something or the sizing range.
Oh, my God. Oh, that's
I've heard all of those things over my...
Oh, that would absolutely devastate me if that happened to me. I'd just be like, I can't deal with it. Because to me, it's like you're working on something and it can be stress. And then once it's out the door, it's like the stress is probably 75% relief for me. And then it's 100% relief once I've seen it in the magazine. And I'm like, no one's coming at me for that. Now it's done. No one's going to send me a horrible email going, there's a massive mistake there. You need to fix that. So I kind of, it's like once it's out the door, I'm less stressed. But if they kept coming back to me with, oh, you need to do it again, I don't think I could cope. It's just going all the way back into that same stress ball. Like I have different stress balls for each thing.
Stress jars for me. Lids screwed on really tightly. Shoved in a cupboard. It's a really healthy way of dealing with things.
Oh, I know, isn't it?
Yeah. No. Dear, oh dear.
Oh, well, I hope this one's a lot more smoother.
Yeah. So one more project left to send off and I think life will start to feel a lot calmer. But
good.
I've had a good week magazine wise. I've got 3 designs that have come out this week in magazines.
Oh,
and you know sometimes they're like you love them all, but some you love that little bit more.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I know which one you love a little bit more because I remember you sharing it with me.
A bit like children. Love them all. Sometimes. A little bit less.
So talk us through your magazine ones then. What have you had out?
Knit Now issue, I'm going to have to look down for this, 159. There is a jumper, which Kelly will pop a picture in, of Naughty Noel, which is a puppy with Christmas lights.
Yes, I've seen that one.
With.
That's super cute.
Should have called it Tales of a Yarn Thief, really. And that's an adult Christmas jumper.
It's brilliant.
Quite pleased with that one.
It's not like you to be doing adults as well. I know.
I did.
I know you do
as a child, and they came back and said, "Any chance you could do that as an adult?" And I went, "Actually, it gives me a bigger canvas to get more detail." down.
Oh, brilliant.
So I enjoyed doing that one. And then this is one you're expecting me to say, Paddington.
Yes.
Oh, when I was asked to do Paddington, I was just so...
Do you know what? It's especially poignant at the minute because you remember Paddington was with the Queen for her Jubilee and everything else, and it's a year today that she died. The day we're recording, which is the 8th of September. It's a year today, and Paddington's there in the magazine. So it's kind of like, fitting.
Quite fitting. I noticed the Paddington stamps and Royal Mail as well at the moment.
Yeah, I wonder if it's because it's come round a year, because he kind of like got tied in with her a bit near the end there, didn't he?
Yes. Yeah. I grew up with Paddington and loved the more recent movies. So yeah, getting asked to do this, I'm like, I'd love to do Paddington. And then they said, what we'd really like you to do is to look at the original sketch drawings by Peggy Fortnum.
Oh, wow.
So it's a particular style. So as you can see, it is literally just the sketchy outline. And working on that took some time with the squares and just a little bit of embroidery. But I was so pleased with it.
It's so good. You're so clever.
Shucks, stop it. Yeah, I think that's going to sit up there with one of my all-time favourites.
Yeah,
getting to do that is just I'm so excited.
Oh, that's cute.
And then in Simply Knitting, let's have a look. Issue 242 is a cheeky monkey jumper. Which is, don't know why I thought of Rowan. I think it's a little cheeks.
Oh, I know. He honestly.
He's got a little
would
top
suit
hat that comes out of the frame, as you'll see on the picture.
That's so cute.
But yeah, they're both in King Cole yarns. No, actually, all three are in.
Brill.
All three are in King Cole yarns. So hopefully, I'll get a gold star from them.
From King Cole.
I can hope.
Oh, brilliant!
Yeah, so I've had a nice little opened the magazines up this month, and it's I'm feeling quite pleased with myself.
Good, so you should.
And I noticed that you've got your I'm not going to be able to say it, laburnum?
No, what?
Laburnum socks? No.
Athenaeum socks.
I'm so close.
What does laburnum mean?
Absolutely no idea. I'm just talking pish. It's the heat. I've said about the heat. Brain's melted.
And it's warm again now. Now the kids are all back at school. Let's have some summer.
Yeah.
Typical Britain. I have finally got them out. I know in the last episode I said they were going to be out and then they weren't because I was just slow. But I did finally get them out last week. So I'll pop a picture of them up. But they're just, they're not in a magazine or anything. They're just a self-publish one off me. I haven't had anything in a magazine for a long time, to be fair. I do have some things coming up. But yeah, not for a while now.
Busy working with the yarn companies.
Kind of. More just like the indie dyers. I go down that road, don't I, a lot. So yeah, I've kind of just been working with them a lot. I've got Skein and the Stitch, an indie dyer. I have an advent pattern for her. So her advent this year, she's doing like sock sets. She's done like a full advent of the 24 days, but she's also doing sock sets, and her theme is The Hobbit. So I've got to design some socks for The Hobbit, and I can't wait. I'm like, I know what I want to do. I just need to get them done. So yeah, I've got that coming up. So I'm excited. Yeah, I got my Hobbit book out the other day and I was flicking through looking for like the pictures inside the Hobbit book, and I was like, oh, because mine's like my Hobbit book is like a special edition. It's like quite a big one, hardback, and it's got loads of like images in it, like lovely paintings and everything. So I was looking through there and I was like, oh, I want to do that and I want to do this and I want to do this. This sock might be a bit mad. Don't know. But I'm looking forward to doing that. But yeah. So that's fun. But yeah, nothing else really. Nothing. No, still working on Christmas stuff.
I do not envy you that one.
Oh, I know. And just stuff for myself. I'm making a V-back tea at the minute by Jamie Hoffman. I'll show you, it's here, look. With 3 different colours. So that's this one.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah. So it's a bit of a weird construction because you have see, it's deep there, look at the back. But you have short rows so that you bring this V down at the front. So it's that's going well. I'm nearly done. If I was following her pattern 100%, I would be on the ribbon now, but I wanted it a bit longer. So I'm not quite there, but I will be soon. I'll be knitting on it tonight while I drink my rum. That's my Friday night.
It's been a week. I think you've deserved that rum.
It really has been a week. So yes, I'll be probably guzzling the rum tonight, I think.
Watch this
Don't
space.
Want to see me later.
see how much Kelly rips out on Saturday.
Yeah. No. I always have to knit something quite simple on a Friday night, like just stocking stitch or something. And that has been not as simple as I expected it to be because of the short rows. And there's you're always decreasing or increasing at some point. So I was like, am I going to be able to do this? But I seem to have managed so far. But it seems that every Friday I can't remember where I am. I've got 3. I'm hang on a minute. To Terry, my partner, I'm just don't put the telly on just yet. I just need to read through this pattern and really look at where I'm supposed to be. But I think it's quite simple now, so I should be all right.
I'm such a lightweight. I rarely drink, and I cannot function if I have alcohol. It's just one of those things. And I remember going to a knit in public day, and we all met up, and it was a lovely sunny day, and some of the ladies were drinking, and I remember saying to a friend, I don't know how you can do that. She was working on this lace, and she was like, yeah, honestly, it's not a problem. And she knitted away all afternoon, and the next day I just got this phone call. She just went, oh.
I know. I can do lace through my first drink, but then I'm I'm going to put that down now because even though I think I'll be doing it correctly, I've been there and I've looked at it the next day and went, oh, ripping chunks of this. So I'm you're not doing that. You can have 1 drink with lace and then it's stocking stitch. Definitely. But yeah, I do manage though. I did manage to knit Pink Fizz by Andrea Mowry. I'll pop a photo up. It's a jumper with long sleeves, but it's stocking stitch, but it has lace panels going up either side here and then the same at the back. It's identical back and front. And it's from a Japanese Stitch Bible lace. It's extensive lace. And it's only charted, so you've got to read the chart, and it's a chart where you have to cross out where you've been because you will not. Do you know what I mean? It's it's lace. And I managed to do that on a Friday night every week. And I didn't make a mistake. So I knitted most of that jumper while drunk. And I managed. I don't know how. I don't do that now.
I wouldn't stand a chance. I really wouldn't. I get half a glass of wine. I'm like, it's not going to be rude. And I
am quite bad with wine. Yeah. Wine is worse for me than rum. If I drink wine, I start going woo. I get really I can feel it in my head, how drunk I am. Whereas rum, I can kind of stay on my feet for a fair amount of time. So I don't know. Because rum's obviously stronger than wine, but wine affects me funny.
It's amazing how we're all different, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. No, it's funny.
While I think of it, I wanted to say thank you to anyone that's watched before. We've had some really lovely comments.
We have, and I'm glad everyone's enjoying it.
Yes.
Apparently they like the smut.
Which is good, really, because otherwise you would have a lot of editing to do.
I said that in my own podcast the other day. I said, apparently you all like the smut on mine and Jane's new podcast. And I said, which is a good job because Jane can't help herself.
All right, okay. Doug wouldn't argue with you. It's fair enough.
It's very true, Jane. You're a naughty girl.
You laugh at it, so you know exactly what I mean. Your halo's just slipped.
Oh. Hey, right.
So it was nice to get those.
It is. It's always nice to get comments. I love seeing the comments. It's nice to know what people think, rather than it just being quiet and you don't know what people are actually thinking. It's nice to know. So yeah, make sure you keep leaving us comments because we like them.
And we did also pop a post up on the socials this week, if anybody's seen it. We are looking for funny, can be smutty, doesn't have to be smutty, titles for episode 7, which is going to be all about socks.
Yes.
So if you are sock mad...
I think we confused a few people with that post.
I wrote it, so probably.
I think people were confused because they were like, but why is it episode 7? There's only 4 episodes out. But I've like wrote a couple of comments, but we do basically plan things quite far in advance, don't we? So we know what we're going to be talking about, so we can both kind of prepare in the loose sense of the word. But we do, so that we know what we're going to be talking about. It's kind of like newsreader stuff.
And over to you in the studio, Kelly.
Yes. But we do kind of prepare. That's why we knew that episode 7 is going to be about socks. We haven't recorded it yet. So that's where we need your input. We want some socky names.
Kelly came up with a good one. Like, what was yours?
I thought you come up with them all, didn't you? What was mine?
Socks and drugs and rock and roll. That was yours.
Socks and drugs and rock and roll. I like yours. Yours was sexual healing. I thought that was good. And I'm too soxy. I'm too soxy for my socks.
Too soxy for my socks. So yeah,
there's been a few. There's been a few already. I can't remember what there were now though, but there has been a couple. But yeah.
Any suggestions, head on over to the socials or pop them in the comments for this episode. And if we will just pull a random winner.
Yes.
Because I suspect some of you will have the same idea and it's probably going to be a corker. So we'll have a draw and some patterns of your choice will be winging your way if you win that one.
Please pop your comments below.
The hot topic at the moment, Yarndale. Yes,
Yarndale. I know. Do you know what? I'm getting really excited, but I'm also getting a bit nervous, and I don't know why. Isn't that weird?
That's because you're going to get to see me.
Yeah.
I mean, not the nerves, because I'm quite
nice. You intimidate me so much, Jane.
It's the excitement.
It is. I am very excited to see you because we've only ever met once in real life, which is shocking. Yeah. Absolutely shocking. So yes, we're going to get to meet again and spend the whole day. So that might be the end of this podcast. We might hate each other by the end. Not doing any more. Oh no, we're going to have a great time. I am very excited for Yarndale.
So Yarndale, trying to describe it for anyone that's not been or anyone that doesn't know about it, particularly our overseas viewers.
Major overwhelm is the first thing that springs to mind.
It's just not like any of the other yarn shows that I've been to. The commercial yarn shows, even the independent yarn shows. I think because of the location, it's held in Skipton Auction Mart, where they auction the cattle and they hold various events. But all of the stalls are inside animal pens, if you like. Which just
They're not closed off, though.
No.
They are open, but there's like gates between everybody, isn't there? Whereas another pen. So it is a bit. When you walk in, you've got to walk through a load of pens before you get to the actual. So it is a little bit weird. It's all enclosed, isn't it? And there is you do get sheep and things and llamas and stuff in there, or alpacas. But you do get them in there, in the pens where you can give them a little pet. Mind they don't bite your fingers.
If you can get close enough. Because it is a really busy show.
Yeah, it's so busy.
I mean,
it's so busy.
I saw yesterday they've already sold tickets for Saturday. You now can't buy in advance.
Oh, wow.
for Saturday. So you can turn up and go in the afternoon,
Yeah.
but you can't buy in advance already. So
Oh,
it is
wow.
incredibly popular. And
it really is.
I love the way it takes over the town, considering it's just on the outskirts of town. The red buses, like the old, did you see these last year?
I didn't.
So if you go out in the town, or you go out towards the back of the venue where you can kind of mill around out there,
Yes,
that's where the buses pull up, and they come in from Skipton, and they are the old red buses that you used to see in London.
Oh, wow.
And they run for the event, and they're all decorated in knitting and crochet, and we'll have to go and see them. But
brilliant.
you'll see them drive through the town, pick people up.
I've seen
kind of
because I've only ever been once, which was last year. We parked in town, we made our way up, but on our way up there was loads of yarn bombing everywhere, like on top of post boxes and bunting on the shops, and there was just yarn bombs all over the place. It was brilliant. It's so good.
And I also think this year there is a North Yorkshire yarn crawl. If I can find a link, I'll we'll try and get that in the show notes, which we're having a few problems with, but hopefully that will be sorted. But it's involving the yarn shops of the area, just to encourage business also out into the local shops.
One of the girls in my Discord channel has linked it up. I think it's all the shops in the north area, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm sure that's what it is. But there's quite far between them. Like there's a good 4 hours of travel between each shop, like from the top to the bottom sort of thing. And then across would be even more, I think. But there's a lot. So yeah, that looks like good.
But the scenery, of course, to travel in that area is just gorgeous. I mean, you're not short on scenery where you are, but
no. Well, a lot of the shops are dotted around me.
Oh, are they?
I mean, there's no. We don't have yarn shops very close to me, but there is like above and below me sort of thing. So they're like on the list. So yeah, it's nice scenery around here. We have a lot of fields and things. Fields and trees.
I always think of Yorkshire as Scotland light.
Yeah.
It is pretty. I do enjoy being up there. But of course, the other thing that I like at Yarndale is the social gatherings. When you come to the venue, and then all outside on the grass, it's all crochet blankets and pillows, and everybody just meets in groups. And
I know, it's lovely, and you meet so many people. It's just you are drained when you come out, because your social battery is definitely, because it's just hi. You just
your face is like, oh
yeah. It's brilliant. I love it. So have you done any virtual shopping on the Yarndale website yet to see where you're going to be heading off to? Have you got the shopping list prepared?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah. I do like to window shop in the middle of the night. So the thrill of popping something in the basket, and then won't I hit the buy now. It's something I partake in probably far too much.
Oh.
But yeah, I have had a look at the list of vendors. And I am excited. And my bank is quaking. I know. It is going. Seriously? Oh. You want to be doing that?
Tell me who you've been looking at. Come on.
My hit list. Dragon Hill Studio. Hill Studio. Yarn.
Yeah.
Just like that needed saying. I don't know if you've ever seen their sock yarns.
No, I don't think I have.
They do lots, but they do a self-striping that is regular size stripes. So they're very even.
Yeah.
There's got to be a better way of putting that. The brain is just not working. But they're nice, evenly spaced stripes of colour. And then sometimes they've got a theme to them. So I've got one that looks a bit like Finding Nemo. It's the blues and the goldy orange, and and I've noticed that they're now doing sparkling ones. So
I love a bit of sparkle.
Yeah, so I'll pop a picture in of what I've got my eye on. It's pretty.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, and actually we'll pop a link into their shop. So if you're not off to Yarndale, you can check everything that I've been eyeballing. See what you
Even
fancy.
if you don't go to Yarndale, you can get them online, I think. For most of them, can't you?
Eden Cottage Arms are going to be there. And
I love Eden Cottage Arms.
Have you worked with it?
I haven't. I have some, but I haven't worked with it. But only like I had a little mini of it, and I've worked with that, and it was lovely. But I love her colours and everything, and just the way she photographs everything. It's just like everything looks so like it looks like a cottage. Do you know what I mean? It's just so lovely. Have you got your eye on something in particular?
I do have a favourite yarn of theirs. It's the Highland Cow.
All right.
And I think that's the sock yarn with it's cashmere in it as well. Ooh, and the stitch definition, and it's just so lovely, and of course the colours. So
cashmere socks, though.
Yeah, it's
just posh, isn't it?
Just a smidgen. Sexy stuff. It really is.
Soxy stuff.
Soxy.
Oh, that sounds nice.
I used all Eden Cottage yarns in my sock book, my Lazy Sunday socks.
Oh yes,
because the colours were just.
And do you know what? Those socks all look really like they kind of have like a bit of a gloss to them, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
It's not like a dull colour. It's like vibrant and like they just have that kind of sheen. They all look so pretty. So that's all Eden Cottage yarn, is it?
Yeah, if you're going to spend some time with some lace or some cables and you want to treat yourself, the Highland Cow is.
Oh, I might have to have a look there.
Yep. Yeah, I am a shocking enabler. Not apologising. Not apologising at all. And then the other thing I'm ogling, which I'm sure you must have seen, is Jane Crowfoot.
No, I hadn't seen this one before. I looked at your pictures though. They look really interesting.
She's done a collaboration with Emma Ball, and I've had some of her.
I love Emma Ball.
I've got a mug with the dogs on it, and and a few of the tins around here somewhere.
I have a project bag with all the cats on.
Oh,
yeah, I do like Emma Ball.
So I'm looking forward to. I'd like a little purse.
Yeah.
I don't carry much cash now, but it's always handy just to have a few bits. So rather than trying to cram them into my purse with my cards, so I'm looking for a little crochet coin purse.
They're so cool. They're really clever. Is it actually crocheted then, or is it like just a pattern on material that of crochet?
It's a print, so it's a photograph of one of Janie's
crochet.
Yeah, and then it's imprinted onto various things. So.
Oh, brilliant!
And obviously a notebook because. They're pretty.
Obsessed with stationery. Yarn and stationery. You could never get me out of the shops. I'm terrible. But then I get a notepad and then I won't write in it because I might ruin it then.
Yeah. So were you one of those kids that had the... Oh, here we go. Smelly rubbers.
Yes.
Erasers.
Lots and lots.
Erasers,
yes. For the US viewers, yes. Oh, that's so bad.
I know. I don't know
why.
Have
a rubber here. That's what they're called. Have you got a rubber? Yeah, here it is. Thank you.
Yeah. For rubbing out.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Oh, gosh. Oh, dear me. Move it along.
You moved far, you laughed far too much at that. That's all I'm saying, right?
Oh.
Behave.
And I am. I'm gonna be good.
Yeah, you composed yourself?
Yes.
I know. I'm just looking down at my shopping list, and the next one starts with the word lay. So here we go.
Yes.
Lay family yarn.
Oh, yes. No, I love Lay Family Yarn, though.
It's another one with the colour palette that is just...
Yes, I know. I've never had any of her yarn, but I remember when I did a pair of socks called the Most Ardently socks, and it was the inspiration behind the socks was like a Jane Austen type picnic type thing. I just had this image in my head of like that sort of era, having a picnic and you've got these lovely lacy socks on. Weird, but this is what happens to me sometimes. Anyway, and one of my testers, which was Amanda, who is also a podcaster, Little Lycac Yarns, and she's also a yarn dyer, I should say. Little Lycac, she tested them for me, and she had a Lay Family yarn, and it was the most perfect yarn for the pattern. Like, it was more perfect than the yarn that I had for the pattern. I was so jealous. I was like, oh, that's the colour that there should have been in. It was just absolutely perfect. It was like cream with like little bits of pink and like yellow in there and stuff. But it was absolutely stunning. And ever since then, I've been like, I need to see Lay Family Yarn, but she's never been at a show that I've been to, so I can't wait to see her and have a good rummage.
Good sniff, a good squish.
Yes. I'm a nightmare for the bargain buckets. Spend hours in the bargain buckets. What else you got?
Slinging them over your shoulder like caveman, his bones. Like that one. I'm not very good at catching, so do not rely on me.
Not?
No. No, not very good at all. I've particularly got my eye on the Flower Power Fund yarn.
All right. So what's this then?
So Lay Family, try and get my facts right and not make stuff up, but Lay Family Yarn dye this yarn. There's got to be a better way of putting that, hasn't there? So I've written this down. Dr. Sarah Holmes, aka Sherlock Knits on Instagram.
Oh yes, I know Sherlock Knits.
She's a palliative care consultant.
Oh, okay.
So she raises a lot of money every year for Marie Curie.
Marie, isn't it? Marie Curie. That's what I always think of it. Marie.
Yeah. So a nice £4 of every skein goes towards Marie Curie. And the colour, the Flower Power Fund colourway this year is really pretty. It's creamy, golden, pinky, browns. You were just saying about those colours, and I was thinking, I was just going to mention something that sounds not too dissimilar to what you were describing.
I think that's the kind of colours she does, doesn't it? And it's all really like, again, it's like kind of cottagey type feel, like really warm and cosy.
Yeah,
nice.
So I want to get these mitts on some of that.
Yeah,
I should be heading over there to try and get my hands on skeins of that. I think I'll make some nice mitts for the autumn and winter.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Now I'm going to surprise you with the next one on the list.
Okay.
Sew Me Something, which is a sewing pattern company.
Oh, okay.
So during lockdown, I taught myself to dressmake. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've done a little bit, made a few things for myself. And I've got, it's the Amelia dress pattern of theirs. I keep thinking, I will make it. And I've been holding on to it. But what I like to do is to go on the stand and they have all their samples out. So you can...
that's good.
For size, for fit, for weight of fabric, and you can kind of... And get inspired. And they've got another pattern out that I've got my eye on, which is kind of plain bodice and then a tiered long skirt. Yeah. Which is very me with the little sleeves. And I want to go and check that out, the samples. So, yeah, I've got to go to a sewing stand.
I'm jealous. I want to learn how to dressmake, but then I don't have a table. So it's a bit redundant.
Yeah, I mean, it's not much of a workaround for that one. Unless you want to stand at the kitchen worktop. I know I've got a friend that does that, but I couldn't stand and sew.
No, Because it would all bunch up anyway when it was hitting the wall, wouldn't it? I couldn't be doing with that. Like, I like how a table, it goes off the other end, doesn't it? So you've got more leeway sort of thing. But if I had no, I don't have much room in my kitchen anyway. It's terrible. My house is tiny.
Right.
But I have this little table. It's about this big, which is what my laptop is on and my microphone. But that's pretty much all that fits on it. And I did used to sew on that. I used to make myself some project bags and stuff. But it was just like I'd be sewing and the table would be giving it this. And I was just like, this just isn't, hello. This just isn't working for me. So, yeah, I kind of give it up. So my sewing machine's upstairs in the cupboard. It's been up there for a couple of years now. But I would love to make dresses and things, but I just... Hello.
What I'd really like to see is you to put some rave music to that. You're gonna watch that. That's it. Watch that clip back, and then the cat appears over your shoulder as you're doing it, and then she gives a little look, and then she goes off.
So have you got any more you're looking at?
Sincerely, Louise. After all my trips to Scotland this year, she's got a mini Highland Cow head on the plaque.
She has.
Yeah,
she had that last year.
Want. So I'm going to treat myself.
My friend bought the big one. She bought the big Highland Cow. She's still on making it, but I can't wait to see her finish it. They're just, Sincerely Louise are just amazing. Like, when I was stood there, I was like, I don't even know which one I would pick. Like, they're all so good.
So that's happening.
For those who don't know who she is, it's lots of basically mounted animal heads that are knitted. So none of the taxidermy. You're a nuisance. You can't stand on the computer.
But it's lovely and warm and I want to. Oh, come on, do what every cat does. Show your bottom.
She's going to attack the microphone. Oh, dear. No. Come on. Back there. You're a rat bag. So you're going to get yourself a Highland Cow. I'm putting you over there.
Yeah, a Highland Cow for me to celebrate surviving our trip to Scotland. And discovering that I don't get eaten by Scottish midges.
Oh, that's good news.
There were so many.
Was there?
So many. The times I've been before and I've read people and hear people saying, oh, the midges, they're so bad. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I was sat outside one evening and they were in my mouth. Oh, they were in my ears.
I hate that. I hate that.
It was just, I ended up going inside. But they didn't bite me. They bit everyone else, didn't bite me.
Well, that's good.
They do normally like a good monche.
Where I walk my dog, there's like a thin path to get down to the field where I take her, and at certain times of year they're just like clouds and you end up just walking down the path like this. It's horrible. They're awful things.
Yeah. So survived the awning.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So that was a lovely holiday. And then the last one on my list, because we've been yapping a bit today.
I know we have, haven't we?
Is the button box, because have you ever had your
just
nosy?
Buttons?
Yeah, really lovely, all sorts of buttons.
Oh,
so
wow!
If you're looking for buttons for your project, you want something a bit different. That's where you need to be going. Oh
yeah, excellent.
And do you know what? I'm going to treat you all now, and I'm going to shut up.
It is the point of the podcast that we're supposed to talk.
No, she's too quiet. She's really nervous. And now she's like, oh, get her to shut up.
Well, I have 3 shops that I am definitely going to head to, which I'll go through quickly because we have been rabbiting for a bit. But my first one is Lucy Locket, which is actually local to me. She's in Sunderland, so she's about an hour away, further north. Lucy she's amazing. I love Lucy. She's like one of these eccentric ladies. She's actually from down south, but she's lived in Sunderland for a long time. She specialises in like colourwork hats and toys and socks. She does like, the little frog and everything. She has them kicking around in her shop and everything, and bunting and all these colourwork socks and stuff. And she dyes her own yarn. But what I love is that she refuses to write down any of the recipes because she's just too eccentric. She's like, she said, when I dye, it's like just throwing everything in and see what I get. So every time you buy a hand-dyed yarn from her, it's kind of like a one of a kind. You won't, unless like there's the rest of it from that pot. Once it's gone, it's gone. You can't get it again because she's just, and I love that. So yeah, I definitely want to go to Lucy Locket Land. I went up there the other week and had a cup of tea with her. She's lovely. Another one is Pigment and Ply, which is an indie dyer. So Pigment and Ply is one of my favourites. She does these really like really rich, deep colours, like jewel tones and everything. And it's all really, it's just gorgeous. It's all everything's like quite dark when you go to a stall. It's all quite dark and moody, but it's just stunning. So lovely. And then my last one, well, it won't be the last one. I'm not only going to 3 stalls, trust me.
Because I'm dragging you to all of the ones I've just spoken about.
But it's the Lonely Knitter, which is, she does brilliant sock sets. I absolutely love her sock sets. She tends to do a lot of, she'll do like mini sets where she's done a theme. So she'd done like a Star Trek theme, and she does like Doctor Who and things like that. And she has the minis all dyed to like a certain thing from the theme. But she does these brilliant sock sets where you get like a mini and then the main skein. But she also does gorgeous self-striping where it's like everything's the same length stripe, the same width stripe, I should say, like perfect stripes. But she does such gorgeous colours. Some of her colours are amazing. So yeah, definitely want to go and see Laura at the Lonely Knitter as well. But yeah, some gorgeous stalls this year. I can't wait.
We're going to be
there. I know. Really need to get some money together. It's going to be a nightmare. So should we shut up about Yarndale and we'll talk about the winner of Tales of the Yarn Thief?
Drum roll.
So we had some lovely entrants to the Tales of the Yarn Thief. There were so many cute pets. And it was really, really hard to choose, actually. But we had a good look through and we picked Amy Smith and her dog Nellie, who pinched her favourite blanket. And Nellie, she said Nellie's a new addition to the house, but it just looks like a little teddy bear. It doesn't even look like a dog. She's so cute. So that's our winner. So Amy, if you give us a shout on either Facebook or, well, anywhere, Facebook, Instagram, here, wherever you need to, give us a shout and choose your 2 patterns from either me or Jane, or one from me and one from Jane, whatever you want. Let us know and we will get them sent over to you. But yeah, gorgeous Nellie. How cute is she?
She's such a bundle of, it looks like
fluff.
Mischievous fluff.
She does. Oh, so cute. And then that takes us over to some squishy balls.
Balls time.
Balls time. So what have we been doing this week, Jane?
It's over to me. You're going to make me talk again.
Yeah, you talk again.
King Cole, Camouflage double knitting.
Ooh.
Actually, it's looking very blue, I think, on my camera. So there will be photographs coming at you. It's not making a difference other than dodgy pictures of my hand. So yeah, we have been having a play and a swatch with this DK weight variegated camouflage themed yarn from King Cole, which I believe has only just come out.
Yes.
There are 6 shades, which there will be, because we are professionals
of all 6. We're trying to be professionals. We'll pop all 6 colours up so you can see them.
What did you think to it, Kelly, when you...
Well, I don't know where you're going to be camouflaged in this colour, but I had hot pink.
At the disco.
Maybe at a Barbie party.
The discotheque.
The discotheque, yes. I only did a stocking stitch swatch because it is so variegated. I mean, that's moss stitch at the bottom, and even that's it almost looks garter. It's garter at the top, but moss at the bottom. And I like it, but it's not my favourite. I've had nicer acrylic lately.
Okay.
I do like it. It's verging on that plasticky feel for me.
Oh.
Just very slightly. Not as much as I've had worse. Don't get me wrong. I've had much, much worse. But it is verging on that plasticky feel for me. But I do like the way it colour changes. I like how it's kind of like, do you know what it reminded me of? You know when you see paintings of like a sunset or something and there's just like different colours coming in, like just at the side and stuff. That's what it kind of reminds me of. So I do like that. But yeah, it's not quite there on the softness for me. What about you? What did you think?
For me, I've got the desert colourway. I'm not sure wants to pick it up.
I'll pop pictures up if it's not showing properly.
I liked knitting with it. I didn't get any squeak. It had an almost cottony feel. It feels quite dry.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
You wouldn't be surprised if you read on the ball band that it had some cotton in it.
Yeah.
I found it knitted really nice and evenly, and I liked the fabric that it made in garter stitch. And you were saying about the sunrise or the sunset, and I then crocheted with it, and it did crochet really nicely. And this was the fabric that I came up with. If you put yours back on the screen, I thought this looked like landscape. I can see stone walls and mountains, and then I was really quite inspired by it. I thought
I really do like the way it colour changes a lot. It was just the feel of it for me. I like how it knits up, and its stitch definition is lovely. It's just bordering on a bit too acrylic-y for me, that's all.
Yeah, I would have expected a cotton acrylic, but this was another crochet swatch. And again, it just gave me those landscape vibes.
Yeah.
My criticism of it is, although it comes in 6 shades, I think what it really needs is a solid to go with it. Because we'll pop some pictures up of the patterns, which are great. But I think for them to be more modern, with a solid colour, with a solid band. Otherwise, it gives me. I'm a child of the 70s, and my nan used to knit garments in a yarn similar to this, and the loop stitch, and in yarns like this. But they need that ribbing to be a solid colour or a tonal colour. It just needs.
It needs something else, doesn't it?
Yeah,
because I don't think like I was saying to you earlier, I didn't bother doing any lace in it or any cables because it would 100% get lost.
Yeah,
it's way too variegated for it. So I literally only did that, which is a shame because I do think it has got really nice stitch definition, but yeah, it's not my favourite of the ones we've been doing.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
sorry, King Cole.
I'll try and go through some of the other yarns and see if I can find something that would work well with this as a solid colour, because I think it would make a great sort of bomber jacket style with a zip for kids, cardigan.
Yeah.
That would be really modern, but that's, in my opinion, that's missing. So I enjoyed the yarn. Would I use it for garments? Probably not, without that contrast. So I'm inclined to give it 3.5 balls, this one.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm going to give it 3. Sorry. It's just not my favourite. It's not splitty or anything, and it's not squeaky. But I don't know. It just doesn't feel nice to me. Like I said, I've felt worse, but it doesn't feel nice enough for me. Do you know what I mean? It's just very slightly rough.
Yeah, be interesting to see anybody else that's worked with it, how they found it.
Yeah,
personally,
definitely.
I didn't find it rough. But yeah, tell us what you think. I'd like to hear.
Yeah, definitely. And there's 6 colours. There's a lot to choose from, isn't there?
Yes.
It just needs the solid.
And did you see, because we'll leave the show on a high, there is in the pattern range for the Camouflage DK a dicky.
And you know what? Even better, my mother-in-law's asked me to make her one. So I'm going to be making a dicky. Can't wait. She said to me the other day, I totally forgot until you've just said, she said to me the other day she gets a lot of pain in the back of her neck. And when the winter comes, it gets worse. And she wears scarves, but the scarves are like awkward and bulky. And she said, I was wondering if you could make me like one of them polar neck things that just, and I went, oh, a dicky. I was like, yeah, I can make you one of them. So I'll be casting that on in October.
We can share that on the podcast.
Yes, I will. I'm going to follow the pattern that was on the batik swirl and just use the batik swirl for her.
But that'd be great.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, I think
look
she'll
forward
like
to
that.
seeing that.
I know, brilliant. You should let us know in the comments below if you make dickies on the regular.
It's not me, people. It's not me. It's her. She started it.
Oh, God. Hey, honestly, on that note, I think we've been here an hour today.
Well, I hope you enjoyed all the Yarndale chatter. If you've got any punny names for the sock episode coming up, do drop those in the comments. Yes. We're looking to do a Ask Us Anything Q&A. So if you've got any questions for Kelly and I regarding the design process, yarns we like to use, pretty much anything, but given what Kelly's just been talking about, I would put caveat on that.
But yeah, any technical questions or anything, we'll answer your questions. But you can pop them on Instagram, Facebook, or comments below as well.
And then whilst you're at it, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, we'd like to see those.
Yes, please.
See those numbers go up, and that
yes, please.
That you're loving us, really, because that makes us happy.
Lots of thumbs up. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching.
And we'll catch you in the next episode.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.